a call. Jackie, a letter come here from me from a liar. His voice overflowing with concern. A liar? Jackie, come off of the phone. My mother bellowed. You know, see lightning and thunder. So the last time we heard from Jackie and Devon, the house was empty. They're moving. We don't know where she's going. She lamenting that the people think that they stole the house and she's glad she's leaving. And she cock up around at the table and reminisce while Devon I do a lot of work. The fact is, my husband inherited this house from the elder who owned it and counted him as a son. What? Inheritance? From a stranger? Hmm? When Devon family first migrated from the Caribbean, they moved to a home a few blocks away from a man named Mr. Carlton. He lived in this beautifully maintained single family home. The lawn was always manicured and everyone admired it. So Mr. Carlton had like the best house on the block, okay? It says the thing that really stuck out about Mr. Carlton was he lived alone. He never married and never had any children. Wow, Mr. Carlton, no picnic, no marriage, no dog, no puss, no nothing. Strange, huh? Mr. Carlton was an unusual man, silent, tall, and mysterious. Now, me concerned. He retired the same year that Devon moved to America. He always said he was forced to retire from his job as a senior maintenance manager because he was too old to have any around anymore. That job meant a lot to him. Devon says he never got over it, which probably explains why most days you can see him sweeping and cleaning even when the place was already clean. Oh no, then fire Mr. Carlton. Ageism. Other than Mr. Carlton's love affair with cleanliness, the only thing he loved to do more was people watch. Hey, around noon every day, after his mid morning nap, you could find him in his favorite chair, peering through his kitchen window, watching the world pass by. That's kind of sad, Mr. Carlton. That's kind of sad. As he aged, he lost his mobility. Devin always volunteered to help him out before and after school. He would run his Devin sound like such a nice man. Where Jackie get him from? Hmm? He would run his errands and do his shopping. My husband's parents wondered what he was doing at the old man's house all the time, but never stopped him from going. Be careful. You never can trust people. Him too quiet. His mother warned. So you know the person on the block don't nobody know much about, but they're like so saying about him. So his mother is like, man, you go around and Mr. Carlton Devon. The neighborhood woman would whisper and talk about Mr. Carlton all the time. Something's wrong with him. Why he never married? You know that big house by himself with nobody, just a sit down and a watch everybody. They couldn't figure him out. Even in his golden years, it was obvious that Mr. Carlton was a handsome man. Good day, Mr. Carlton. Good day. Hey. He made for an intriguing character, and neighborhood women busied themselves weaving all manner of tales about him. One story goes that some years ago, yeah, here, see the sister come now. I was waiting for the sister come. Hold on, let me see here. I was waiting for the sister come. I'm sorry, y'all. This is entertaining. Let me see. One story goes the woman decided to send in a decoy to test him out because now they got a theory like, what's going on with Mr. Carlton? Am I right? So, Miss Mavis Fields volunteered because secretly she thought he was handsome and wanted an excuse to get closer to him. So, one day, she got dressed up and sweet up herself. She put on her perfume. She titivate up, okay? With and each of the ladies watched her not so discreetly from their front porch as Miss Mavis made her way over to Mr. Carlton's front door and rang his bell. Ding dong. When he finally answered, she introduced herself. Hey, Mr. Carlton, I am Sister Mavis. I heard a lot about you. Yeah, he replied, not even looking her way. I am new to the neighborhood and wanted to meet all of my neighbors. She continued, not quite ready to give up her mission. Nice to meet you, and thanks for coming. His response was lackluster at best. Aren't you going to invite me in for a drink or something? In where? He retorted. Mate, madam, I don't know you. You could be a man bad for all I know. Or a mad woman. But before she could convince him otherwise, bram, he slammed the door loudly in her face. But Mr. Carlton, you're kind of rude though. I mean, quiet is one thing, but merciful father, make it enough to slam the door upon Miss Mavis. The ladies who were watching in suspense suddenly erupted into fits of laughter at Miss Mavis' epic fail with Mr. Carlton. Mr. Calton. Mm-mm-mm. Devin seemed to be the only person who he allowed to get close to him. He became like a grandson he had never had, and Mr. Carlton was genuinely grateful to Devin for all his help. He lived at 198 Newhall Avenue, which was in one of the better and more beautiful areas in Queens. So they finally tell us where we're at. We are in Queens, everybody. Queens, New York. Okay? And Mr. Carlton, although he got the material goods and possessions, he didn't get that connection. He didn't get that human connection. And Devin is able to see beyond and move beyond the barrier that he set around himself. And he's able to help him out in his old age, right? Mr. Carlton died 2 weeks after Devin graduated from university. That's sad. He was a meticulous man, and he had already finalized all his burial arrangements. So there was no need for any fuss. Well, that and wasn't nobody else there, Mr. Carlton. Wasn't nobody else there. Even though his neighbors never had any opportunity to get close to him, many longtime associates came to the funeral, some out of concern and some out of curiosity. Nosy. I bet you Miss Mavis did that. I bet you she did that. Eager to find out what would become of the dead left. You know about dead left, right? The inheritance, what's in his will, who is he gonna give what? He ain't really like y'all anyway, so I don't know why y'all was wondering about the dead left. The funeral was quiet and uneventful. The service had a full house, but no family members showed up. Mm-mm-mm. The following week, Devin received a certified letter in the mail summoning him to the office of Attorney Basil Thompson. Let me say that again. Summoning him to the office of Attorney Basil Thompson. He racked his brain for any high school indiscretion he might have gotten into, but he had never been in any real trouble. Maybe the letter was meant for his cousin Trevor. I wonder if Trevor had the one where Jackie did one there with, because she said she had wanted to be with his cousin in chapter 1. We'll see. Who never changed his official address even though he rarely came around anymore. I remember that day. The sky had darkened and it was set to rain all day. Around 3 o'clock that afternoon, thunder and lightning began to roll in. No, Devin a call. Jackie, a letter come here for me from a liar. His voice overflowing with concern. A liar? Jackie, come off of the phone. My mother bellowed. You know, see lightning and thunder. I can't stay long, so talk quick. What did you do? He sounded upset, so I suggested I accompany him to the lawyer's office. Devin agreed and came by my parents' house the next day to pick me up. Together, we arrived at Esquire Basil Thompson's office at noon sharp. We're going to pause right there. So they're at the office. He gets a letter, has no clue what it's about. Mr. Basil Thompson demands an audience with Devin. Mr. Carlton has passed. And can we imagine what's going to happen next? Stay tuned for the next edition of Island Twist. And if you want the book to read along, it's available on Amazon. Check out this clip. Island Twist follows Jackie Brown, a young girl who finds herself head over heels for the new island boy at school in fresh outer yard, and Jackie has the fever. But as she navigates the ups and downs of her new crush, things quickly spiral out of control when her not so secret admirer becomes determined to sabotage her relationship. So check out the new novel, Island Twist, over on Amazon today. Now back to the story.